What's up, my people, my people, my people? It's your girl, Yumina LaJean. We are here at the Red Light Special Live, where we have all the sex and relationship tips, and we talk about hot topics and all them things with my host, Apollo Sadiq and Trina Be Real. But we're starting the show off with just me, keeping it cute up here in red for the Red Light Special. We definitely have a whole lot of topics for you. We got some things we want to chat about. What I do want to know, how many of y'all have been tuning into the show? I want to know what y'all like, what kind of things you want to hear us talk about, all that kind of stuff, so we can keep y'all involved. Because at the Red Light Special, we like to keep it cute and keep it cute all the way, right, all the way. So they like to call me Yamina, Miss aka Madam Yams. And last week we was talking about the show. We had the Red Light Special, a night of urban burlesque virtual show, which was pretty dope. And shout out to all the dancers and everyone that participated. And we will be doing another show plus a workshop coming up soon. So just make sure you guys stay tuned into what what we're doing. And you can always follow me on the gram. Check out the website, seeing what's going on as far as news and events and things like that. So here we go. So before my co-hosts come in, although y'all know today is October 20th, it is a full moon in Aries today. Ooh, you know how Aries are. Fire! Aries is a full moon in Aries. I know we still in Libra season. Shout out to all my Libras out there. My mama's a Libra. My Venus is in Libra, actually. Sometimes it could be a little annoying. I like Libras, but just having a Libra, that Aries sign, I'm a Scorpio, so water. Keeping it all the way with the water. Agua, agua. Speaking of agua, let me take me a little sip. Y'all like my cup? I like to have like different like RC shit. So what y'all been into? Lately I have been into my arts and crafts. I'm really big on this self-healing, y'all. We got October. That means Halloween is coming through. And then we got my birthday coming up for all the Scorpios and shit. Oh yeah, Apollo's birthday coming up too. And then we got Thanksgiving and Christmas and Kwanzaa and New Year's. We going into the holiday season. So, we got our co-host here. Let me bring him in. Mr. Ghetto Stiletto himself, Apollo Sadiq. What's up, boo?
Hey, I'm still driving. This traffic is awful. Oh my lord. Yes, I'm here though. I'm here. Yeah,
How
this
you
traffic.
been? How you been though, boo?
I'm good. I'm good. I just got all my stuff out the way. I just found my lead and everything, so I'm excited.
Hey. So we got the House of Ghetto Stiletto coming through pretty soon.
We got the get a stiletto coming through. Yes.
Okay, y'all. You know what that means? That means coming soon up here in LA. We got some production space coming on, so we can all
Oh
go out. Cause I'm gonna be up in there.
yeah. Okay. We're gonna be up in
Oh,
there making some magic.
making
Yes.
some magic. That's what I'm talking about. All about the magic, man. There's been so much magic going on in the news and the moon. We got the moon in Aries. We're gonna get into that. But they got these so many things have been going on in like I don't know, hot topics and relationships and couple stuff. And we always like to talk about it here. But first, I wanna, send my peace and blessings and my condolences to Colin Powell and his family. He
Oh yeah.
passed away. Colin Powell has been a very historic. He's a former United States Secretary of State and the first Black man to do so. And One thing I thought that was interesting when I looked at some articles on him, like when they announced his passing, they like to include the negative stuff. So can you just talk about, just the positive? You
Oh yeah.
but yeah, he was a 4-star general. And he served as the 65th United States Secretary of State from 2001 to 2005. So he was the first African American to do so. So just want to send my condolences and our condolences to Colin Powell. And, let's just get some more black men in those kind of positions up in that military. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know there are black men in those positions, but just keep bringing us in those higher positions is what is important, Sante.
Yeah, we just don't see it that often.
We don't see it that often. Ooh, look, I got a little camera mic. It look clear. It look clear. Your ear look cute, huh? Clear. See the clear? Clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, I like this camera.
That's a new camera?
Yeah, it's my little
Webcam?
webcam. Yeah, I went and got me a webcam. I was like, so
Yes.
let's get into this interesting. So we got Sydney Starr and Darius McCrary from Family Matters. She been putting out there that they've been hooking up and all that kind of stuff. And we've been talking about guys on the low. We've been talking about this. This has been a full conversation. And then now it's like all this information is focused on transgender right now. Everybody's still trying to cancel Dave Chappelle, y'all. They still trying to cancel Dave Chappelle. People still on they Squid Games. Oh, here we go. What's up, Kennedy?
Hi, darlings. Hi, my darlings. How are you?
How are you doing? You look nice.
I'm over here driving, trying not to hit people.
Well, please, darling, please don't drive on live. I'd rather you pull over so that we know you're safe. I'm kind of worried that you're trying to see what's going on and talk to us too.
I'm almost home. I'm literally down the street.
All right.
It's a straightaway path.
All right, because we can hold it down. I'm here now, darling. I had to get in here, but I understand you're back. Or you ain't gonna make sure, my girl. We gotta hold each other down. So I love you for that, brother. But we want you safe.
Yeah.
What's up, beautiful? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing? You like my new web camera? You see this?
I see you. You giving us very much out, giving you view. I love. I can't wait to come to LA and get all in the camera.
Oh yeah. So when you come, you're gonna be able to so I just signed my lease for a production space.
Look at the God, how he do our peoples and our peoples do we, okay?
So we got places to play when you get here.
Well, listen, the flights are getting low, so I'm got to go. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
So no, you mean I love this space. I'm excited because I know my girl got a spot. You know what I'm saying? I could throw her some Airbnb coins to get a little spot on a cot. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I just need a corner for a couple of days.
Oh yeah, no problem.
And then we gonna do our videos and our content creations and make some magical things happen. Because that's how the universe is doing it right now. It's like you can't wait to be great. You just gotta create.
You know what? I was just telling Apollo that I've been on my whole creation tip. I've been doing these little arts and crafts. I've been buying plants and I've been putting all the little designs, like hot gluing and paint. I paint. I am a painter. Right. I do paint on canvases, but sometimes you need to do something different. And I've been feeling like the best way for me has been arts and crafts.
Yes. Listen, let me tell you something. People are just getting to understand that anything you want in life is really about finding joy, right? Because wealth really starts within you. And once you find joy, you find purpose and you find all these other riches that you can now profit from. Yes. I tell people, life is all about balance. That's the word for me today. That we all need to figure out what balance you need to be complete. Because all these people want to have opinions about what people can be called and what people do in their bedroom. They got way too much time on their hands.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You minding your business. You don't care about what nobody doing. You minding your business.
That
You know what
part.
I'm saying?
People ain't minding their business. Ain't nobody got time for that.
So
Well,
I
I'm
put out a little Cooper Hawk for the people that's bottled up, a little wine for the people that don't get to tip, and then I got my little sorrow because health is wealth. So I made some fresh hibiscus. What is it? Hibiscus tea.
Yeah,
It's called sorrow in the Jamaican term.
I love me some
that.
And I've had a great week though. I've exfoliated the skin, got a little haircut, relieved some stress.
That's what did.
Yeah, did a little. Instead of doing orange for holiday, I did a little wicked red for the blood that runs within me. It's powerful and it's beautiful.
Are you getting your Halloween costume? Are you gonna be dressed up? What's you doing?
Listen, I do have costumes this year because normally I have not dressed up, but this year I'm going all out. I have a white beginning. My hair is gonna be white. I'm gonna start with that. I'm not gonna say who I'm gonna be.
Okay.
But I'm starting out with white hair. I know that. Either white hair or locks.
People, if you doing white, it's a few people I can think about. I ain't gonna mention no names, but ain't too many out there with some sickening white hair. So I can name a few, but I'm gonna just keep it cute. I'm gonna just be surprised.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to see what this one look like. I want.
Yeah, I'm feeling very superhero-ish. I'm feeling very superhero.
I do it. Yeah, I already know. I'm gonna just keep it cute though. I'm gonna keep it cute. I ain't gonna say that.
Don't say nothing, Apollo. Don't tell the people. And so that's why I'm like, I really want to come out there, get my little dance routine together so I could be in my video and be like giving them.
I do notice that you've been dancing in your videos lately.
Well, listen, I'm getting my rhythm ready. So when I get with you guys, I have some, I'm ready.
I like your motivational videos you've been doing, Trina. You should keep those up.
Yeah, well, you know what? I am, because you know what? It's a news flash, and I feel like I be having them news flashes be flashing in my head. Yeah. And so I said, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna just, give a little, because I'm working on me, and I think a lot of people don't realize we all are a work in progress, right? We all are like this magical, beautiful piece of art. Yes. Being transformed every day before our eyes. We're becoming these wonderful pieces of something, right? Great. And I think it's great to share that journey with so many other people, because the people watching y'all, trust me, they might not like all your stories, but they watching you in your stories, darling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They definitely will.
That's why I had to remind myself the other day, I don't lose followers, I lose widows, honey. If you leave this wonderful party, you wasn't here for the party, you was here just to watch. That's some weirdo shit. I ain't with that.
You lost the bye to the weirdos. Ain't nobody got time for the weirdos.
No weirdos watching, because all you doing is trying to figure out how you can take what we doing and try to do what you do, and it'll never taste like the sauce that we provide. The three amigos, wherever we go, we do the party and the go. Hey.
So I was telling Apollo, they still over here trying to cancel Dave Chappelle, y'all. They really trying to come up with this Dave Chappelle cancellation. They doing speeches and all this kind of shit. He was very clear what he's talking about. It's his thing with white people.
Let me say something to you. They've got way too much time on their hand. They want to change the agenda. Yep. They want to put it on Dave because Dave is speaking his truth. Yep. And they can't do that. If they didn't want to go, they didn't cancel Donald Trump. Okay. And Trump said a whole lot of stuff. Okay.
Talk about it.
He's still saying a lot of stuff. He said some shit about Haiti and AIDS and all this stuff. I'm like, what is going on?
He just recently said some old crazy stuff about Colin Powell, girl. So let me just say to you, if they're not canceling the biggest tyrant of
the pussy grabber. The pussy grabber. Yeah.
The fact that he said it, the fact that he got recorded said it and saying it and proud that he said it because he felt like he was right, shows you the type of the world that we live in, right? Like this man was able to get away with this, but now somebody's actually want to be canceled for telling the truth. This is when the culture got, whoever is trying to manipulate or running stuff, That's when you know it's not about the people. It's about what they want, the
Not
agenda.
about
No.
It's an
this man.
agenda.
Correction. These white folks, sorry, white people, I love y'all, but these crazy white MAGA people took their ass to the Capitol and stormed in and killed people, and he still ain't been canceled. They trying to rehire him again for 2024.
So all I want to say to the people that want to cancel people,
Right.
you need to mind your business. If you don't like David Chappelle, don't watch David Chappelle. He ain't gonna lose no sleep.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. And my thing is this: y'all cannot force what you feel, because he has a right just like y'all have a right. And you feel like you can say what you want to say. He has the same freedom to say what he feel like he needs to say and be heard. You know?
Agree, because
it's not up to people to try to cancel people. What you need to cancel is yourself. From most people, you need to cancel yourself, because that's the problem. A lot of y'all that's up here canceling people need to cancel yourself. I'm quite sure your family will agree. Most of these people that are in charge of canceling stuff or want to be to quit their jobs because they feel offended, I'm quite sure they have offended somebody down the road because of their opinion and how they feel, right? So you cannot only be the only one that's right on how you feel.
Right.
We have feelings too. Everybody got feelings. So that's how Dave felt. He said it. He stood by it. And his wife is standing by his man. And we standing with Dave because, like I say, I'm a person that I want to be able to say what I want to be able to say. Whether you like it or not, it's my opinion. It's how I feel. It's what I think. So unless you can prove me wrong, if you can show me something in history that shows me evidence that I am wrong, then maybe I will understand your plight. So I'm with Dave. I stand with Dave when you say,
too.
I stand with you. Your freedom of speech, brother, because that is your right. That is your right to say what you want to say, because you didn't say anything wrong. You just said the truth and it hurts. That's what happened. You just smacked them with the truth and they was like, he said the truth.
Pretty much.
And then they use black people who are, brainwashed into thinking other things to be the face of their movement. So they'd be like, oh, look, we got people, we represent people of color. We have a black spokesman, blah, blah, blah.
Let me say this to you. I always say this to you. I have met those people that look like us, that talk like us. They are not us. Okay. So I'm really firm in believing that those are the part people. Those are the people that look like us, sound like us, but don't really understand us, right? Because you didn't grow up with anything of any of our plights. Like if you ain't never grow up in the hood, you don't understand about getting beat up because you light skinned and cute.
Right.
If you never grew up in the hood, you don't understand getting beat up because your boyfriend like me now and he don't want you no more. You know what I mean? You don't understand that because you didn't grow up in the hood. Your mama drove you to school and picked you up. You didn't have to get through the bus stop and the neighborhood blocks to get home where the girls gonna jump you because that's what they do in the hood. You get what I'm saying? Unfortunately, and it gotten even worse with social media because now they want to videotape the fight. You know what I mean? They want to do it go viral.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Today I saw the most disturbing. I'm gonna do the most disturbing videos I've seen on IG to go viral. If this is what people are doing, I want to cancel them. I seen this chick that we canceling people. We canceling people. I got some shit to cancel. Okay, I got some shit to cancel.
Cancel the cancel culture.
I want to cancel the butter bitch. Okay, it's a bitch up here eating butter with rice.
Oh my God.
She took that mother and
she gonna cancel herself if she keeps eating all that butter.
For real.
Cancel herself out.
So for me to see stuff like that, I'm like, really, boo? This is what we doing? We eating butter and ragu? Like that's the most low budget keto meal possible. Whatever you thought you was doing, but it was all for the because now she say call me the butter girl. Like that's her name, the butter girl. Now you the butter bitch because you ain't even get a deal for Parquet to do no shit like that. That was the most dumbest thing that you could have done.
She needs to get up with Land O'Lakes butter, and she needs to. Hey, she better make it, honey. You better make it. You better get some endorsement deals from Land O'Lakes butter.
Listen, I just can't believe she did it. Like, so I'm saying that, but this is what people are doing because they realize if I do this, then you're right. She might get a butter company that'll fuck with her. She might get a butter company say, you know what, this bitch eating butter for free. Let's give this bitch a couple of dollars because we eating butter for free. This bitch eating butter for free. So this bitch need to get a check because she eat butter for free.
She might, you know what's crazy though?
You know what, Apollo? You know what? After they watch this video, the bitch probably get a deal because you know they be watching us, right? So, let me just say, because you know we the trendsetters of the world on the low that people don't want to talk about, right? So, you know, after they watch this video, tomorrow the bitch probably have a lucrative butter deal. But they need to start calling us negotiators because if we don't talk about it, the shit don't happen. So y'all need to call us to connect the dots in your life because that's what the fuck you need. Because all this time you up here eating butter for free, bitch. I would have been eating butter and sending them, tagging the butter companies, bitch, and having a certain butter. Meat and butter is better because we slippery and slide. When I eat my butter, I'm smooth, baby, smooth operator. I would have came over the whole hashtag with this butter shit, okay? So as the butter people are watching this, get at me because I got some real good jingles to go with this butter bitch, okay?
I'm not gonna say so far fetched because I had a cousin that he wasn't doing it like her, but he did like, oh damn it.
Now don't get me wrong, okay? Let me just say to you, when I was little, I used to like to eat the butter and lick my finger, but I never bit the butter. I never wanted to eat a whole stick of butter. Like I like the taste of butter. I like it on bread. I like it on toast. I like it in my grits. I like it on a lot of things. I like butter, right? But I don't want to eat butter.
Not like no.
Like it was she ate it like it was a pickle.
Yeah.
She dipped it about the ragu in the butter. Ooh, I said, hey.
I couldn't, like, when I saw that, I was like, okay. I was like, that's what we doing? Don't put that in your mouth. Don't put it in your mouth. And she put it in her mouth. I was like, oh, man, she put it in her mouth. And I just felt it, like, in my digestive system. Like,
wait, y'all didn't, my bad. Y'all ain't never had nobody in y'all family or somebody y'all knew that used to eat butter?
I just said, Paula, when you dipped out, listen, when you dipped out, I said, I used to, when I was little, when you little and you don't know no better, everything tastes good. The butter, the sugar, the motherfucking flour, the motherfucking baby powder, everything tastes good when you're little. Let me try that. Let me taste it. Ooh, that tastes good. I used to like chalk. You know, the not chalk, cornstarch. You know, cornstarch. I used to like to taste that. Like, I thought it was.
I like Comet and like Ajax. I don't know what it was about tasting Ajax.
You used to eat that?
No, like you know how when you used to clean up, I used to like take
it. I love it.
I like the taste, so I'll put a little on my finger and go like that.
Nah, Paulo, I ain't never did that one. That's some.
I don't know, and I've said it, and I've had other people tell me they was like, "Oh my God, me too," and I'll be like, "Really?" I think it was just me.
I'm just surprised you still here, Pooh. Cause you ain't supposed to eat that.
I wouldn't eat a bunch. I would literally just like take like a little on my hand and go like,
that was toxic chemicals, Pooh. For cleaning. Butter is a different type of eating. Like butter, you cook your butter. You know, butter is not toxic. You know, like you was really messing with some toxic things. I'm lucky you all right, Pooh.
I don't know what it was, but I just like the taste of it. I love the smell of it already. So I don't know. I was cleaning up when I was little, and I just remembered, like, just because I think I licked my hand, and I was like, you know.
No, we ain't gonna talk about that no more, boo, because that's one of them mental health checks. Like you was eating.
Okay, boo, you eating butter? You all right?
Okay.
No, it's like kids that used to eat Play-Doh. I used to look at them and paste. I used to be like, why is you eating glue and paste? I used to look at them crazy. I used to think I was weird.
Say to you, let's look back at those children. They all were extra hyper, most of them. Let's be clear who those children were, Apollo. Let's be honest about where they were in the spectrum. Let's just be real clear of the kids that were eating glue and stuff that they knew they have no business eating an eraser. Like let's about these type of people, because let me tell you something. This what I am learning is going into adult life. Can we really get into this? That people that have certain things from growing up and that they never deal with actually go into their adult life and become mental illness. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Because I really see that's like, I think a lot of times we forgot about all those kids that was in the little short bus or had a special classroom. Like they didn't just disappear.
No, they didn't. They became adults.
Right. And some of them never, like they got off their meds, right? Because they're now adults and they feel like I don't need the meds, which they probably needed another kind of medicine, right? And that's why they're not dealing with life on life terms, right? And a lot of people like wind up dealing with drugs, have mental illness, depression, because they things when you can't figure out yourself, right? Because nobody set boundaries. No, when you have as a child, when you don't learn how to set boundaries, you take that into your adult life, right? And you have to learn how to set boundaries with friendship and love and work.
Yeah.
Right. And if you don't learn to set boundaries for yourself, all your bad stuff comes out in things you do, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your friendship, whether it's, you know what I'm saying? But people don't want to talk because then they have to point to, it's like Michael Jackson, bitch, I got a man in the mirror. Michael was a genius. Because when you listen to Man in the Mirror, that was a true statement of everybody's life. If you, everything is within us if we really want it, but you got to look at the man in the mirror for all the things that's not right, right?
Mm-hmm.
That man in the mirror had you, if you really listen to the words on it, it'd be like, oh, wow, Michael, you was really ahead of your time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I felt like he was like, I'm from a whole nother planet. Y'all motherfuckers that's riding with me, you'll figure it out.
Yeah. What you feel about that, Apollo? About how do you feel like people that you think like when they were younger, like now we are dealing with this adult ADHD, which most people don't get diagnosed with, right? We don't go get re-diagnosed. Most people don't go to therapy. Most people just function. They're functioning. They have a word for functioning addicts. So what do you call functioning mental illness?
Yeah, like because that's
like,
a interesting thing. I've never thought about that. Like, what did happen to those? Like you said, the ones that had issues. Maybe some of them learn how coping mechanisms over time, possibly of how to deal with, or maybe some of them, I guess, through time might have learned. I don't know, maybe not saying cured from it, but like you said, just learn how to deal with it on an everyday basis to where they're like they've learned how to be as normal as possible. I guess you could say.
Believe that because listen, look at it where we're at right now. We're at an alarming rate where men can't take rejection. Like you looking every day, there's a man that has either harmed a woman or their partner, or if it's a male, when they're rejected, where they want this like suicide, like murder suicide is like really high right now. So like where a person can't, like, I can't live without you. What kind of love is that? Like that is like even down to the young lady who got raped by the maintenance man. Right? Like,
oh my gosh, yes.
Like, this is like she never he was stalking her. These people are working people. He got a maintenance man job, probably had never did anything. How did she know that he was gonna do this? Who knew?
Yeah.
And think about how many listen, now when they start talking about all these people that's missing, we don't know how many other people that have been taken advantage of by mental ill people.
I just saw something on Instagram that since that Gabby girl missing case, there's been 9 bodies that have been discovered while they've been
in that same area, right? Yeah. They say, you know how many people they said have went missing of color in that same area that Gabby, they said within the past, I think since the beginning of the year, it's been like maybe 200 and something people that have been missing, I think, or something like that.
That thing is that the sad part is, why are we just hearing about it now? Why did it take this Gabby?
That's the thing. They're people of color, like that Asian girl that went there too. Same thing with her. It was like they would say they were all Indian, black, or.
What I'm trying to say to you, when we say mental, we don't know what happens to them people. It's mental illness. These people are like functioning mental, like we don't. It's got to be a term for. Like I said, you have a term for functioning addicts. What do we call functioning mental ill people? Like there are people looking like you and me that don't look crazy. No, seriously. And that's that's what's alarming. Like I have daughters. How do I figure out who's a nut and who's not, whether there's a female or a male?
Right.
Nowadays you don't, because so many people are medicated, you would never know until they miss their medication that day. Like that's what a lot of it's coming down to too, is there's more people medicated, I think, than most people would think of. Most Americans, I feel like a lot of them are on some type of antidepressant, some schizophrenia drug, or something. something. Everybody's on a something, a Xanax or
I ain't
something.
on a look. I'm on a weed.
I know, right? See, that's the saying.
I'm
God,
on a weed. What you
look,
on? I'm on a weed.
We
What
got
you
the
on? I'm
devil,
on weed.
as they call it, the devil's lettuce is a little different.
Yeah, I'm on God's collard greens and consciousness.
we got a comment from OJ Dubs. He said, "Evening, y'all."
Good evening,
What's up?
OJ Dubs. How you do on the West Coast side? Whoop,
Hey,
whoop.
well, I'm not sure if he's on the West Coast, but you know.
Okay. Well, we West Coast, East Coast. How you know?
You
Coast to the East Coast, West Coast.
oh, you
We
know,
bi-coastal in this
with
bitch.
the new track, and this out is with Snoop, Ice Cube, Too Short, E40, and they're called the Wolf something. I was like, okay, I thought this was a good combination because they all legends in their own right. And happy birthday to Snoop because it's his birthday.
Yeah, he turned 50 this year. He today.
He turned 50.
Well, this is for Snoop. I'm smoking that dirty Snoop snipping his snot.
Right. I'm trying to find this video. Y'all gotta see this video that he got. It's
And I decided to give y'all a little shoulder tonight. You know, every now and then you gotta go a little shoulder. I see you many giving both shoulders. I gave a little shoulder.
oh
Come on, little shoulder.
Okay, I see you probably give a little shoulder. That's how I knew we're gonna get some. That's our new move. We're gonna get that in the video. It's all about the shoulder, baby. It's all about the shoulders, baby. All about the shoulders, baby.
wait. He said trying to catch the topic. Midwest.
What do you call a person with mental illness? We know what a function addict is called. What do you call a person that's functioning with mental illness? Like, how do you, like in dating, like what questions do you ask to find out where people are mentally? You know what I mean? How do you, seriously, like y'all have to we really got to reevaluate how you meet people. Because people show up one way, but then you get to know them and you start wondering, like, this is crazy. Like, why are you getting upset? Because we didn't talk today.
Because people have triggers, and that comes from some of those mental health problems. Because a lot of people, some people don't realize that whatever, but especially in the Black community, because I think we've had this conversation before. Actually, we have, when it comes to especially the Black community and mental health.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about mental health.
No,
like that's not a thing. Like either it's your child need a whipping. That's one of the things we just go straight to. We go to that slave master. We'll go whip his ass. It's like, but actually, he might need a conversation. Like for real though. Like that child got some real deep rooted issues, but you know what I'm saying? He don't know how to communicate it to you, and you take it as bad behavior. So I think though that stuff, it starts at a young age. I think if we realized and took some of the stuff that goes on with us versus being a bad behavior or ADHD. Half the people that was ADHD, they just had an overstimulated mind. Right. And nobody could pick up the fact that this child is a lot smarter than what you think. They're just bored as fuck.
Right.
As a teacher, aren't stimulating for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're blaming it on the student. No, bitch, you're boring. You're horrible.
Right.
And then a lot of them, like the newer generation, like, you know, the Generation Z or whatever this new generation called, they use these mental handicaps as crutches in life. It's always I was diagnosed something schizo, bio, anti, depresso, whatever the fucko. Like it's something. And they always something like no, some people, I get it. But just because they got your order done at McDonald's and now you're over here beating yourself in the head, but that's learned behavior. Ain't nothing wrong with your ass. Just like a child that falls and you know ain't nothing wrong with them, but they want to start crying.
Well, some of these people something wrong.
Totally.
Some of them because of the imbalance, whether they're mothers or fathers, something was off kilter. Like, because you got like there's some things that we see as parents in our children early. You know, I watched a documentary of how to make, you know, when your child is like a psychopath, and I'll be watching shows like that because I be trying to look the signs. I'm like, look, this crazy up in here. I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Great. Nah, but it's interesting. I watch shows like that because it's interesting to me to try to figure out how the mind works. Like when did the child snap? When did you see the signs of your child not being disconnected with empathy or not feeling pain? Like there are people that are actually born that can't feel pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Right?
part.
Like that's some serious feelings, like these certain things that you don't get. So there are people that are born that can't sweat. You know, so there are things that happen with these people. So we can't say everybody can change, right? Like I do believe some of it, the overstimulated children. Then I believe there are some children that no matter, you know, the medicine has to balance them out, right? Because something happened, right? They didn't, you know, whether they find a natural way to do it or they find, like you said, some kind of yoga or, you know, something to stimulate that mind and you know, channel in another direction. There was something they had to do years ago or centuries ago because we didn't have this much. They didn't have medicine for these type of children, you know, years ago. So they were somewhere, right? We had to do something with them. But now we have to come to a conclusion, whereas we have to have the conversation that these are now adults. And these are people that become very codependent in friendship.
Yeah.
I find it out myself a lot with people that I work with or try to work with. It's like, dude, I got a whole family. I got a husband and some kids. Like, I got this much time to give, but I need you to have your agenda, what you need from me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's only fair to me.
Right.
And people that are codependent because they never learned boundaries. At 48, I have boundaries. I tell people that all the time. And now I'm going to have to tell them when I'm up, meet people up front. Like, let me tell you about me. Hello.
Right.
Because you don't need to get to know later. I'm going to let you know how I am. I'm not typical Virgo. I don't do typical Virgo shit. I'm an overachiever for myself. But I also hold people accountable because I hold myself accountable, right? If I say I'm going to show up, I'm going to show up. Right or wrong, Yamina? If I say we're going to communicate, I ain't never going to leave you hanging. I ain't going to never not be the person that I say that I can be. But you have people that don't know how to be themselves, right? They have what they call it,
sensor.
No, it's they call it a syndrome. They don't know who they are. It's like
personality disorder.
No, it's like well, we would talk about all the time. We talked about it last time. Imposter syndrome. Did you just say that?
Yeah.
Right. They don't know who they are. Like they don't know what they, you know, like it's like you dancing, so now I want to be a dance instructor. You know what I mean? You ever met somebody like that? Like, okay, you dance. Like I could get in. I want to learn from you. I definitely want to take a class, but I don't want to teach. I don't want to teach a class.
Right.
I would support what you're doing, but I'm not trying to. You know, he said, observe their manager, know how to ask the proper question. I agree. That's what I'm saying. But what questions do you ask? Right? Like, you can't just be on your first date and be like, yo, anybody in your family crazy? You can't ask that question on the first date. That I don't know if that's proper.
You know what? At this point, I'll ask all the questions.
What?
I think it's okay to ask all the questions on the first date.
What? You gonna say, so anybody in your family 360? How they say, or 730? What's the question?
I don't know what the question is.
Right. Do you say what? Is your family? Who are your family? Do you gotta, you know, is your auntie 730? Like, how do you start that conversation?
And how does that affect you?
You know what's interesting? In the past, people didn't really know what mental illnesses were necessarily, so they always took it for other things, because a lot of the people in the royal families, because of all the inbreeding and stuff like that was going on, a lot of those bitches was crazy.
Well, that's another thing to talk about, because there's still a lot of that goes down in some of those little towns.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of it. I just was reading something that I thought was crazy. I saw, you know, because social media show all the crazy stuff, and I don't know if it's true, but there was like this 61-year-old man married his goddaughter who was 18.
I just seen that, and she all on the video. I don't care. I don't care. It's what we do. It is. I'm 18. I'm 18. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, fuck you, bitch. Just, it's all right. We do what we do. We don't give a fuck. And he all in the background like, yeah. Bitch, you probably changed her diaper, nigga. Like, this is weird. This is weird as fuck. I'm all about spirits and stuff like that, but I don't think our spirits is doing it.
It sounds very much like a victim that doesn't know she's been a victim, right? Like, this person's been preying on you for years, and then he waited till you was legal to say, now I can tell the world that I've been messing with you. Like, that's just really weird.
This is a little off topic, but still on topic. But just like that chick with Ask Gail with R. Kelly, when she got interviewed by Gail, by Gail. Ooh, the ghetto bird. Anyways, she got interviewed by Gail and was all defending R. Kelly. And then the next interview, because she was all upset. Oh, this and that. And, you guys get off of him. I knew there was something mentally going on because it's like,
Right.
you know, I know there was a fear tactic too, but for to be controlled like that, you know, do you feel like, okay, I need to be under this person's control, or this person has done something to their mind because mentally they might not be strong or something like that? But then she comes out with this next interview and she's talking about how that was basically all fake and everything. But, you know, I know there had to been like some kind of mental people.
I think in the beginning, she sold herself into what she had done for so long that it was okay. It was normal life, right? She was a child. She fed into this lifestyle that she probably dreamed to have, right? As a singer, he probably, you know what I mean?
Gassed her up and all that shit.
All that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how this industry can be, being a young, black, beautiful person in it, and young spirited, but also having these dreams that you want to make happen. So I think she became a victim, and then the victim part of her was just trying to find a way to have a voice, right? Because mental illness is real. She was a child that got put into something that was probably way more wicked than she even want to imagine. So now you got to recreate who you want the world to see you as, right? When it went left and she realized he was going to jail, now she got to recreate, I really was a victim, right? Like now
you got to face all those people too that you took up for him and all that stuff. Now you got to face people that you put aside, that you separated from, that you, man, that's a hard road to come back from.
Yeah, seriously.
You gotta admit to yourself, and you gotta admit to them too. Yeah, bitch, I was a little cuckoo.
Not even cuckoo, but she was young, looking for attention, right? She was young, looking for attention, looking for, you know, he told her, or the attorneys or whoever else that was in her team was telling her what she needed to say and what needs to be said.
But she went overboard. She said that was all fake, so she definitely acted her ass off in that interview. You know.
Well, I think at that point she was afraid. Like she was still under their wing. Like she still had her stuff. She still had all her stuff there. She was probably trying to get, you know, we don't know what kind of threats, you know, what videos she was in. You don't know how she was thinking in her mind. But once she realized she had more power than she was portrayed to have, she finally found her voice. So I just pray that at some point, you know, she heals, because what has to happen is that we as a community can't always find a way to figure out how to break each other down. Yeah. So that was always my thing. Like now that we know that mental illness is real, we know that every day, like everybody want to cancel Chappelle. No, cancel that a black man could get killed and black children can get missing, and it doesn't become a whole topic. Like we have to go to now we got to go to the red table for now it to get media coverage. Like so if Twitter would have never talked about it, now it wouldn't be on MSN, and now it wouldn't be newsworthy. Now it's newsworthy because we realize that we're going to talk about it. We realize that could be our children that go outside one day and don't come home.
Right.
And the sad part for me is like even more for me, and I don't want to get emotional because I said I'm not going to do that, but we living in a time where you don't even have a right, your freedom to live in a world where your body is not your body, no matter how you feel about it. Right? People want to tell you what you can do, how you can live, and it's pretty much where it's like you don't have a voice. So I think we really got to get better, because these are the people, to me, when I say mental illness, these are the people that's in charge.
Yes.
You can't not be normal making these kind of decisions for a world, a massive amount of people, because these are selfish motives. When you think about some of these rules and some of these people that's trying to like mandate certain things, it's very selfish.
Speaking of that, I know New York has a new mandate coming out for city workers.
It then got serious. That's why I say I'm trying not to get emotional, because it's getting worse. It's like you're making people get something even if they don't need it, because we now know that the vaccine does not save you from dying.
Right.
We have had several people with the vaccine that are dead now.
And Colin Powell, he just passed away.
All of these people, he's just one of the names that you can just name from the top that we know was fully vaccinated. And then they kind of talk over the shit. They say it and be like, he's fully vaccinated. But then then it's like, but it's nothing. But we still want everybody to be mandated. So for what?
Right.
For one, told us that it was personal, that it would save the personal person from, you know, dying and going through it so bad. Now y'all want to say, oh, because he had underlying issues. No. So anybody that got underlying issues that take this fucking shot is off in worse terms. If they catch the fucking virus, they don't have as much chances.
And California is about to have their vaccine mandate starting in November 4th. But California, I just saw that California has like they're in the yellow. It's in the yellow.
Let me tell you why I said stupid. I have traveled from Atlanta, from Philly to DC, Baltimore. It's not like people got shots. They want you to get the shot, but it's not mandated. People not needing a card to get in, have dining, and the numbers are the fucking same. Nothing. You don't hear no numbers going up higher. You don't hear nothing.
Actually, the whole United States, the numbers are going down. We've been hit that.
But do you hear what I'm saying to you? You don't hear about all the deaths like they saying since they mandating these shots, but at the same time, you got certain states who didn't mandate and they're fine. So
Florida and Georgia are they're in the orange tier. They're not even in red no more.
And they don't have.
They're all in orange.
And they never went under a mandate, is what I'm saying to you. All these other states that stood by and never made these people get a shot that they did not need.
Yeah.
And now they want to say, "Oh well, it's because all the people got shot." You don't know what it's from.
I don't know why they're doing vaccine mandates too. Because how much of the United States they said is vaccinated? Is it like 80% now?
I think 60-something percent. I thought
it was more than that.
All I'm saying is that I just feel like we as the world are losing so much of our rights, and we don't even know it. It's like I'm just watching it every day.
Yes, and then people are, they stand. Oh, they said as of 6 a.m. October 19, Americans, a total of 189,487,793 Americans have been fully vaccinated, or 57.1% of the country's population, according to the CDC.
So that must have been California's then. I saw.
Yeah.
It's like 90%, something like 80 or 90%.
There's a high number out here in California.
That's been vaccinated.
And on the East Coast, I believe. But I thought you froze, Trina. That was a nice frozen face.
That's the frozen I can't, because I don't know what else to say. Like, where do we go from here, people? That's how I say, when I say mental illness is real, and I'm saying that I feel like a lot of people that's making decisions and that have all this power have also other issues that we don't know about, right? And there's a lot of it is control. A lot of it is, wanting to control things. And if it can't be my way, it's no way. And so we see this time and time again. And that was my real issue for bringing it up, because I feel like these are our decision makers now. Like we don't want to look at it. We don't know what these people, who they are. We don't know who's really running and signing off on checks and stuff. We really don't know.
We don't, and it is scary. That's why we got to make sure that we are figuring out how to maneuver around this, whether you are vaccinated or not. You know what I mean? Because we're not anti anything. Right. But it's just, if that's what you're going to do, that if you're going to get the vaccine, get the vaccine. If you're not, then you're not. My main thing is about wear a fucking mask when you're around people. That's my only thing. Just I feel like they push this vaccine so people don't wear a mask. And so, before we wrap it up, we were talking about this. Apollo and I were talking about this new little scandal, because we're talking about Dave Chappelle, and a lot of attention has been brought on the transgender community. And Sydney Starr and Darius McCrary from Family Matters, it has been put out there that they've been dating.
But he retracted it with his mama at lunch somewhere and said that he does not date her. That is his friend. I mean, I saw the video. I'm with you guys. The video looked very much so like y'all fucking. But I get it.
They had a video of them. It was a picture of them kissing too. They had a video or a picture where they kissed.
All of that. What I'm saying is, I think he didn't want his mother to know what he really liked, what he's doing, what he's into. He tried to say that's his friend. Because, his mama looked like she in the church. His mama looked like she in the
That's the lady from the show. That's the mama from the show. That's not his mom. That was the mom of that. Yes, that's who that lady was. That was his mama on the show.
Oh, okay.
Well, she did look for me. Listen, she did look for me, but all I'm saying to you is, whatever it is, it's made for TV. It got him some people probably following him, paying him some attention. He want to be on Versus TV with her, or Vusus, whatever show she got going on.
Well, this is what he said. I could tell you what he said. He's because she's done this before. This ain't Sydney's first time. She did this to Chingy and a few other rappers.
Yeah, she did do this to Chingy.
Remember when that she lied on Chingy and all that stuff came out and all that stuff? So this is
low key.
He said that she's doing it for clout because they did a photo shoot for some TV trans.
I saw the photo shoot, but he didn't have to be on her like he was on her.
I think they probably have played around, and I will say this too. He is known. I don't think he would lie about it because this isn't his first. It wouldn't be his first time messing with a trans woman. He has been known, like in the past, and let's not forget the ages of Superhead. He was dating Superhead, and we all know what him and Superhead was doing when they was together. I don't know if y'all know what they were doing, but you remember Superhead, Trina?
Yeah, but what was they doing? Like they were trans? What's going on? I don't know.
He was strapping them up. That's what.
Oh, so that's what I'm trying to say. So he might be into that whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. That's why I don't think he would lie because they didn't really lie about that part. You know, that's something.
But that's
you
what
know,
I'm trying to say. Like maybe he just didn't want to admit at that point. But on that video, the way they was very like I don't know. Even if you take,
he has a fiance too. So that's the other thing. That's what's just.
I know you can't even. I can't believe you made.
I was like, I don't know. You got a fiance, but you on her. But that video's old too. That's old. They said they did that years ago. That video, they said it's not new. They said that happened years ago. She just not.
Look real recent.
Well, the photos look like that, you know.
Hey, I'm just telling you what it said.
I'm just saying it looked real recent to me.
I mean, it looked very intimate. Whether he was,
I mean, he said that was his friend, so he said they just was playing.
All right, friend.
All right, friend. Putting on her boo-hoo-tee, her boo-hoo-tee, her boo-hoo-tee.
He was.
Sydney did put out a statement, but she didn't. She put out another statement. And she didn't be like he's lying or nothing like that. She pretty much was like, "That's still my family. I love him."
Listen. Whatever they do is all for the gram. I'm not surprised at none of it.
He said she's trying to get. He said she's trying to get back on Love and Hip Hop, and she don't got no storyline.
Ooh, child. We gonna end it there. You know, we to comment what they say. Oh, AG.
I will say this. He's still my crush.
Oh.
I always thought that. I always thought Darius McCray was the cute as hell.
Yeah,
he is still cute.
You know, he alright. OG Doug just came back to the mandates are unconstitutional.
We agree. We agree.
Well,
150% agree.
We about to be out. This is our last show for October. We will be back in November. We will be taking the break after this show. We will be back in November. So y'all can follow all of us. We got Miss Trina Be Real.
I love you guys in a big way.
Love you too. And we got Mr. Apollo Sadiq. And
you from my car.
And you know your girl, you being a shot. And our birthday is coming up. I'm Apollo's the 2nd. I'm the 3rd.
Hey.
Oh, you in the fit? You mean it?
What the fuck?
I was like,
you know what I did? I almost said Apollo's the 3rd, and so I was like, I didn't want to mess it up, so I said 2nd, and I said 3rd. That's how I messed it up. But Apollo's the 2nd.
I was like, Insurance on the 5th.
I'm the 5th, and yeah, so we won't be here during that birthday time, but we will be back that following week. So stay with us.
What are you guys doing for your birthday?
I'm gonna be relaxing. That's, you know, we have a full moon in Aries right now, and to be honest, with all this energy that's going on, I'm not trying to be all up in the mix. You know,
me too. I just want to relax and chill.
Work on my shit, manifest use my powers, get my magic going. You know what I mean, and get prepared for 2022.
All right. Well, it sounds like a plan. I wish you guys the best, and I'll see you soon. Love you in a big way.
Love you. All right, y'all. Ciao. Oh yeah. Thank you, OG Dubs. OJ Dubs, my bad. I did tap in on the mandate, okay? So thank you for tuning in. We'll be back in a couple weeks. Ciao.
Bye now.
Bye.